This is Love Shack with Felix and the Dicer.
And this is KAGJ FM Ephraim.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited to be on the radio right now.
Me
this
too.
Just like made my day that much better.
Oh, that's tender. We're happy to be here with you.
We are. It's exciting. And this week, okay, we have a pretty good show because it's homecoming week.
It is homecoming week.
So before we get started on that, though, we need to introduce our top breakup song
Not top love song.
of the week. And it's going to be Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You by Kelly Clarkson versus Forget You by CeeLo Green. So if you want to vote for one of those two songs, be sure to call into the cage. The number is 435-283-7007. Or you can always go to our Facebook page. We're going to shamelessly advertise here. We're trying to go for 100 likes, okay? And we're at 89 likes right now.
11 more.
I just want 11 more, and then I'll be happy. And then I'll probably be begging for like 150 or something. But we'll just get to 100 right now, and then we'll
need
work
at
from
least
there.
100 fans.
Yeah, that would be nice. Anyway, our Facebook page is www.facebook.com/The Love Shack with Felix and the Dicer. Okay? No hyphens, anything, just straight across, okay? Anyway, here we go. This is What Doesn't Kill You Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You by Kelly Clarkson.
That was Forget You by CeeLo Green.
Okay, we have a funny story about that.
Huge funny story.
Actually, I don't think it's probably not that funny to people, but I think it's hilarious. I don't know if any of you people out there go on YouTube. I mean, we're only college kids.
It's YouTube. Everyone
So anyway,
goes on YouTube.
there's a little clip of that song, and they like do a spoof of it on like the Pocahontas scene where like Pocahontas and John Smith are kissing, and Cocoam's like, you know, he runs out doing an Indian yell. I wouldn't demonstrate it because I'm afraid it will blow the speakers.
It's awesome though. Look it up.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It makes us laugh.
Yeah. So look up Forget You and Pocahontas. It's excellent. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So,
It's homecoming week.
yeah.
Hence it's homecoming on Saturday.
So, we decided to talk about school dances today.
I think it's appropriate.
It's only natural.
So, first off, asking. I know that, especially in high school, I mean, you know, there was always the fancy ways of asking people.
Right.
What is your opinion on this, Felix? Not Felix, I'm Felix.
Whoa,
Dicer.
that's awkward. Getting our names mixed up now. It's not even that
sorry.
we're using not our real names because our
Those
real,
are our
names
real
are
names.
Felix and the Dicer. Anyway, you know, personally, I think it's fun to ask people with like super fancy ways. It's fun for like the person to go do it and for the person receiving it. But I think people get confused and think that they need to ask like that all the time, you know? So I don't know. I think you could just go up to someone face to face and be like, hey, let's go on a date. Because I think the person's going to be flattered either way, you know?
I agree. I think it's fun, but it's not necessary.
Yeah. But we'll talk more about that later. That's just a little intro because we have like a whole segment on asking people to dance.
Yeah, we do.
I should have planned this better and had it like we could have talked about it first, but
It's all good. It's all good. It was a good little introduction.
we get the job done either way.
Exactly. I don't know. I think that another big thing with school dances, I am huge with this opinion. If you're going to go to a school dance, you're going to dance.
Heck, yes. I get so frustrated with people who just like stand there, especially when it's my date, and they're just standing there, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go to town now, so,
Well, I look
you know.
dumb when I dance. I look stupid. I look so stupid when I dance. And if you're going to be with me, like on a date and stuff, make me feel better. I'm going to dance. If you think you look stupid, please join me. I'm going to look stupid too.
Well, I think most people look stupid when they dance. Like, I hate to break it to you, but I don't know. Like, there are some people that can legitimately dance, you know? And other people are just, like, out there doing their thing. And, you know, it looks stupid, but I think it looks even more stupid just standing there. Mm-hmm. You know, and at least with the people who look stupid, it also looks like they're having fun.
It's true. And they are having fun. Because
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who always look stupid. And I have fun when I go to dances and dance.
Well, I remember last year at homecoming, I went with one of my best friends here. Mm-hmm. Best guy friends, I should say. And it was one of the funnest dances that I've ever been
Well, I
to.
know who you went with. And that would have been way fun.
Yeah, he just danced like no one was watching. And I was like, this is awesome. Because every single one of my dates would be like, oh, I think this is the dance move that everyone else is doing, so I'll try it, and then just stand around for a little bit. You know, and I'm not like that. It takes me a little while to warm up to the dance, but
you dance.
I dance.
I've gone to dances, and I have seen the dancer dance.
I am a little crazy.
They should call her the dancer, not the dancer.
No, we should not.
Yes, and I think another big thing is sometimes it's kind of hard when it's boys' preference or girls' preference, and, you know, the girls choose or the guys ask the girls or whatever. Because you don't necessarily, most of the time, traditionally get to choose who you're going to go with. Like, for homecoming, for example, the girls aren't traditionally going to go up and ask the guys to go. You know what I mean? Because it's a guy's choice dance. So I think another big thing is just whoever does ask you, be as optimistic and positive about the situation as you possibly can if you do go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it took guts for them to ask you.
And I think, here's my mentality of it. You know, good attitude equals good time. Bad attitude equals bad time. Rarely is it ever good attitude equals bad time or bad attitude equals good time.
Rarely.
Because, like, my little brother, he's a good example of this, but he had to go to a dance last year, and I do say had, with a girl that he didn't like very much, and she was pretty mean. And he was not happy about it, and I was like, yeah, but you're going with her. You can't be like, it's just going to be a waste of your day if you have a bad attitude about it. And I don't think the date went very well anyway, but it's still, that's a good example.
Yeah, it is.
Good attitudes, people. Good attitudes.
If you have a good attitude, you're going to have a good time. And I don't know. I know another big thing when it comes to school dances, especially down at Snow. Okay.
Yes.
Ask people. Please, 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 please ask people. I mean, for the girls, I understand a little bit since the ratio is so bad.
Yep.
But even with girls' choice dances, ask. You know, guys, though, you have no excuse.
The ratio is like 3 girls to every guy. See, you don't have an excuse to be dateless unless maybe you're
grandma died or something.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to that extreme. But, like, if you're taken and you don't feel comfortable asking another girl to a dance.
Yeah, or that.
Or your grandma dies.
Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it makes sense, you know? But at the same time,
the odds are in your favor, though.
The odds are in your favor, and I think you need to just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Ask on a date. Ask a girl. If you haven't asked a girl to homecoming, go and ask them right now.
Right now. You only have, 4 days until homecoming? I also think with girls, if you have the guts to do it, if you're not asked and you know someone who isn't asked, like, go and ask that guy. Go and do it. Because there are some times where girls will wait around and it's like they're waiting for nothing almost. Like, I had a friend in high school, okay? And she would complain to me all the time. She's like, I've never been to a school dance. And, you know, she graduated high school without being to a school dance. But that's partially her fault. I mean, at least half of the dances are girls' choice. But, you know, if she really wanted to go to a dance, she could have gone.
Well, yeah, and I think, Kate, I'm not as, you know, as the Dicer is with, hey, girls go ask. But I think that for all girls' choice dances, girls should try and go.
Yeah.
Girls should try and go, and they should ask. And I think on regular dates, you know, just going on a date, girls should be able to feel comfortable just asking a guy on a date. They should. But I do feel like with, like, boys' choice dances, I feel like it can be really, really awkward.
Well, I can see that.
To ask, for a girl to ask a guy. I mean, like, I can understand last resort, where it's, like, the day of, and you know that your friend doesn't have a date, so you're like, hey, I want to go, let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know. I just heard stories and where the girl has been like, hey, let's go. And
I know what stories you're talking about.
But it can be awkward, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is circumstantial, though.
I can see where you're coming from on that. I hate it when people complain about that. Like, oh, why am I not going to any dances? Well, why aren't you? You have a say in it.
Well, I also think a big deal of it as far as girls are concerned, and guys. I know that for me, I'll be more likely to ask a guy to a dance if I know that they like going to dances and I know they like doing that kind of stuff, and you can tell if they are asking other girls to dances, you know what I mean? I mean, aside from, hey, this is my girlfriend, we're going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, Dicer, would you prefer 2 guys are going to ask you?
All right.
Okay? Or you think 2 of them might. One of them never ever goes to dances, never asks girls or nothing. Well, actually, you're thinking about asking 2 different guys.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Good plan.
The first guy that you kind of want to ask doesn't ever really go to dances, and he doesn't really ask girls on dates all that much, and you know. And then the second guy goes on lots of different dates and likes to ask girls out, you know, likes to go on dates and always has fun, always goes to the school dances because he always has so much fun. Which are the 2 that you're going to ask?
The fun guy.
Exactly. That's just how it is. And that's how it is for guys too, I'm sure. But I'm just saying. So if you take initiative and you're like making that effort, I'm pretty sure guys will see it and then they'll want to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
But just an example. Whatever.
So anyway, homecoming this Saturday. Get your dates. Go to it. We're going to help you out with some of the planning. So if you're worried about planning your homecoming date, just keep listening to the Love Shack because we have dating ideas up the wazoo.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, but we're going to move on. We got to play some songs for people out there.
Yep. So in honor... Sorry about that.
This is your song.
In honor of homecoming, I know that it's not homecoming song, but it is a dance song. It's close enough. So we're going to be playing Sadie Hawkins' Dance by Reliant K. So enjoy.
And remember to vote for the top breakup song of the week. Call into the cage, 435-283-7007. That was I'll Be by Edwin McCain.
Yes, it is. That makes me think of Cinderella's story.
Makes me think of awkward steak dances.
Those were awkward.
I know. It's like, you know, you're dancing with someone. So, what color is your toothbrush?
I hate that question.
We were just talking about this, but I thought we'd share. It's so true, though. Everyone thinks
it's so original.
But it's not, because everyone asks it.
So... She already said it, but we're just going to ask the Dicer again. What's an even better question to ask that's more original?
Who would win in a fight, the Bikini Beach Babes or the Hot Prison Mamas?
That's really easy, though. We already decided this. It would be the Hot Prison Mamas.
Because the Bikini Beach Babes would have nothing on them. They would just be like, let go, I'll hit you with my umbrella. You know?
And then the mamas are from prison, so...
Yeah, they'll be like, sup.
Anyway.
With some thug moves. Anyway, okay, so just a really quick announcement. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it's Waffle Wednesday at the Plaza for homecoming week, which means they're going to be giving away waffles, I'm assuming. If they don't give away waffles...
waffle cones and ice cream.
Well, maybe that's it. I'm just on the Facebook page right now, and it says Waffle Wednesday.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see who wins tomorrow.
You know, I'm okay with either. As long as they aren't soggy waffle cones. We had some ice cream cones this last week. It was like drumsticks, except not. And the waffle cones were gross.
They were soggy.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Anyway, but that's going to be tomorrow from 10 to 2 in the plaza. So go. You know, it's free food if nothing else.
Exactly. We all like free food. Okay, so we're actually going to be talking about...
Yeah, asking someone on a date.
So we were kind of talking about this earlier with homecoming and, you know, asking elaborately and stuff like that. So anyway, so transition into this. We've talked about this segment before, actually. And one of the things that we talked about is whether or not messaging is legitimate, if it works, or if it's... decent to send a message over text or Facebook asking on a date.
You know, I think it's okay in some situations.
In some situations.
Yeah, certain situations that it's like, okay, yeah, that's acceptable. If it's just like you see them every day and you're like, I can't get the guts to ask them in person, so I'm going to message them on Facebook.
That's cowardly.
I feel like that's tacky. But if it's like you don't even have their number and you never see them in person... I feel like that's okay, you know, because I'm sure they'd probably do it if they saw you face to face, maybe.
Possibly. But why not try not? Try not? Wow. Why not try it out? Let's slow down there. Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I just personally feel like there are some people that are like, oh, but we're close, so it's okay if I text them. But I don't care how close you are. I feel like the closer you are, the more important it is to ask face-to-face.
See, and I feel guilty when you say that. I feel so guilty because I know that I'm guilty of doing that. Like, oh, there's my friend. I'll just text them, see if they want to go, be my date. I'm guilty of that hardcore, but at the same time, you know, I understand where you're coming from, and I do agree with you. I'm just saying I'm guilty of it. So
and that's okay. I think everyone's a little bit guilty, you know?
Exactly. So that is a good point, though, that those people that you care more about and that are closer to you should ask even more in person because it shows that you care.
Right.
That's cool. I don't know. And I think a big one is don't be afraid to ask.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people's fear is, you know, oh, they're going to reject me, you know? So what? If they reject you, then that's one less person that you have to worry about. I feel so strongly that if they don't give you the time of day, they're not worth caring about.
That is true.
So
you do feel very strongly about that.
I do. I want to drill it into people's
like that.
I have to drill it into people's heads.
She's tried.
I have. I've had to try to drill out into several people's heads, you know, my roommates included. And I get so frustrated because it's like you're worth more than that. I think everyone is worth more than that. No one should be saying no unless, you know, especially to a first date, I should say. Mm-hmm. You know, if it's past that, you probably have your reasons.
And it's better to say no if you have your reasons just because you don't want to lead them on. But I do agree. For any first date, you want to try it out.
Exactly.
And no, it's back to first impressions. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I also think that with rejection and dates, like you said, more than anything, they're not even worth it. But that's one less person that you have to, like, you know, worry about dating. And that's one less person to finding someone else. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, I don't know.
And we also talked about this in our last segment a little bit. You don't have to go all out on asking someone on a date. It's fun to do, but it's not necessary. You know, just go up face to face. Hi, do you want to go on a date with me?
And especially now, there's 4 more days left of homecoming. And there are many girls I know of that don't have dates.
I know.
2 included, right here.
We're talking to you right now. Anyway, though, seriously, go get a date. Buy some roses at, I don't know, Walmart.
$3 roses.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
But seriously, just go ask them. Right now, I'm not kidding.
There's only 4 days, so just ask. I mean, if you want to do it elaborately, that's great. Go for it, but just ask.
Yeah, get it out of the way, you know.
It's this Saturday, and I know of so many girls who really want to go. So just ask, even if it's just up front, hey, want to go. That's fine. Because like we said, all the fun stuff, it's fun, but it's not necessary. So
yeah. And I don't know. I've had some fun ways I've been asked out on dates, though. I just want to share a few really quick.
Please do.
I remember my most memorable one has to be homecoming my senior year in high school.
And how did you get asked?
Oh, I was in choir, and this guy, he was in choir with me. He got all of the guys, and he's like, Amy, we want you up here too. And I'm like, I'm not a man, though. You know, why are you asking me up there? Yeah, he was asking me, and they sang the Irish drinking song from Whose Line Is It Anyway? You know, like, oh, I-D, 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 Yeah, I have the sheet music. He, like, legitimately wrote it, and he signed a copy of it for me, and he's like, someday when I'm famous, you'll need this, you know?
That is awesome.
That's great. I don't know. I thought that was
That
great.
is an awesome way to have someone ask you. I'm jealous. I mean, I think the best way, let me think. I don't know. Everyone's always answered me or asked me lame ways. Like this one time I did this huge elaborate thing and I thought it was so cool. I got all this like, this sounds dumb, but my parents own like, they sell church merchandise stuff. And so I had this tie and it said like CTR on it. Like,
right.
I'm LDS. So, and I thought it was cool. So I was like, okay, I'll give this tie to him and say it would be righteous if he came to this dance with me. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I was so excited about it. And then how did he answer me back? Just ask me how he answered me back.
Please tell me.
He got this big boulder, like this big rock. I'm not even kidding. And put it on my doorstep and it said, you rock.
Oh, jeez.
It didn't say yes. It didn't say no. It just said, you rock. I'm like, so that means yes? I guess. Like,
That's weird.
and we ended up going and it was way fun, but it was just weird. And like this one time, like this one guy brought me to ice cream and he said like, I'd scream if you went to, you know,
Right.
this dance with me. I don't know. Funny story about that date, actually. He ended up getting kicked in the face by a cow the day before homecoming. I'm not kidding. And so
Oh.
his face, bless his heart, but it looks like he had like cleft lip disease or something. Like,
that's horrible.
I felt so bad.
That's
I'm like, it's
horrible.
not that bad. It went down by the time that the dance was. Anyways,
that's
but
good, though.
there's another story. There you go.
I think the worst way I've ever heard. My friend was like, "Yeah, my brother did this all the time. It's so funny and clever." But you know, he would get asked, and then he would give them Sure deodorant. So you know, the answer is Sure. But I'm like, that's lame.
That's funny. It's
And-
clever. It's punny.
So let's move on.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
This next song.
It's "Love You Like a Love Song" by Selena Gomez and The Scene. And I was actually asked by one of my friends to play this song. So this goes out to Jared tonight. So here you go. "Love You Like a Love Song." Welcome back. Oh, and this is KAGJ FM Ephraim.
Right on time.
Oh, man. So, just really quick before we start this next segment, I do have to say this really fast, okay? This Thursday at 7:30, there's going to be a movie on the lawn, okay? So, be there. It's for homecoming week because it's homecoming week this week. And actually, one of the DJs here, he came up with an anagram for cuddling because he's like, yeah, back in my day, you know, movie on the lawn meant cuddling. And one of the other DJs was like, yeah, and back in my day, it means making out. So he decided to come up with an anagram. I think that's what it is for cuddling. So it's CUDDLING. And he came up with cuddled up doing dirty little inappropriate naughty gestures. I feel like that's pretty appropriate.
Pretty appropriate or not appropriate, but it's what it is.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to look at it as. But I told him I would share it on our show,
Well done.
and so I did.
You keep your promise.
You will never look at cuddling the same ever again. Write it down.
Do it one more time. Say it.
Cuddled up doing dirty little inappropriate naughty gestures.
Cuddled up
Yeah.
doing dirty, inappropriate,
Doing dirty little
inappropriate naughty gestures.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
I've got it down.
Yes, sir, you do.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay, but we talked to you earlier about helping you plan homecoming, and here's where that comes in handy.
Dating ideas.
This little segment, we're going to talk to you about some dating ideas. And we know that it's Ephraim, and a lot of people are from up north. I know there are a lot of locals here as well. But for the most part, a lot of people are from up north where you actually have stuff to do. And you're like, what can we do in Ephraim? Well, my mom, being the great woman she is, gave me a dating book for my graduation present. And it's called The Ultimate Dating Idea Book.
It is a good book. I want it.
It has a lot of really good ideas. And we're going to share a few of them with you. You start us out, Felix.
Well,
I feel
one
like
of the
you know a
first
lot of them.
ones, well, because I was looking at the book for forever and a half, but I'm just reaching for it. The first one that I saw that I actually really liked the idea for is a spy dinner. And pretty much, if I remember right, I'm just looking through the book, but if I remember right, what that one was is that you're pretty much having a dinner, and there's like a secret agent. Each of you guys are secret agents, and then during the dinner, you guys have all these different secret missions, you could say,
Yeah, secret
that you
missions.
have to do, and each of them are different and unique, but you have to do all of those missions. For each one, you get like 5 different things that you're supposed to try and accomplish during the dinner, but nobody knows what you're supposed to try and accomplish except for you. And each one that you complete is a point. So it's like you're a secret agent and you have to accomplish all these different things in a dinner with all of your friends. And I think that'd be so fun. And then think of how fun it would be to have that dinner or something and then like make a headquarters in a fort and then watch a movie or something like that.
That would be so
That'd be
great.
so fun. And then like, you know, going and dancing it up and you know what I mean? That would be a fun day, I think.
I agree.
So there's one idea.
And kind of to go along with that, though, you can do like murder mystery parties. And I know you can get them, you can either get really expensive ones or really cheap ones. But my brother said he bought like 2 on Groupon for $8 each, which really isn't too bad
No,
considering
it's
all
not.
things. Like $8. That's how much you pay for a Netflix account each month, you know? So you could even do that, or
Cereal.
I like. Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, you
go
say
with that.
it.
No, you already started.
Oh, I'm just saying cereal and sundown sunset. So you can go and like just bring cereal and watch the sunrise or watch the sunset.
Right.
I think it sounds nice.
I think that would be fun.
Mhm.
Plus, who doesn't like cereal?
exactly.
Weird people. And I like photo scavenger hunts. I think it's fun for everyone because you have to go and like ask for random pictures with random people, like doing YMCA, or find, you know, a red shoe somewhere, you know? So I think it's just fun because you kind of get out of your comfort zone for a little bit.
It is fun. I've done those before.
And Dutch oven dinners, I feel like you can never go wrong with those. Just go up in the mountains or mountains.
Mountains, same thing.
Depends
Same
on
old.
where you're from. But we all get the general idea. Mountains.
And one of the ones that I liked the most on here that I want to do so bad, I think it would be so fun, is they called this date the Fiddler on the Roof. Okay? So
It's a good idea.
It is a great idea. Just get a movie, like hook up a TV and a DVD player, or grab your laptop or something like that, and sneak onto like a flat roof and watch a movie on the roof. How fun would that be? I think that would be so fun. That's one that I really liked.
And then like doing homemade movies and music videos.
Those are
I
fun.
love doing those because it's like even just barely in the studio. Felix and I were having a dance party and we decided to record it. And it's awesome. And we tried making music videos last week, but that was the death of my camera. It fell off of a ledge and died.
So she had to get a new one.
Yeah. We even sang it a song to help it come back to life.
Didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
It's still dead.
It was very upsetting.
It made me very upset. Oh, and one date idea that you can never go wrong. I'm actually thinking, you know, it's probably one of the funnest things that I think we can do down here in Ephraim is going shooting. I think it's so fun. Like clay pigeon shooting or just shooting in general. I think it's just so fun. So that's a good, you know.
Well, I was just thinking, we were looking through this book earlier, and how crazy would this be? We found one for blind dates, where it's like you're not allowed to see your blind date until the end of the date. Like you have to wear a paper bag over your head, like with little eye holes and a mouth hole and everything. How awkward would that be if you went to the dance and there was like people with paper bags over
I
their
would
heads?
love it.
I think it would be hilarious.
I think I would totally
ask for
do it.
pictures with them.
I think I would do the awkward paper bag date. I think I would do it.
Right. And I know another thing that I would love to do is messy twister. So you just get like a huge twister board and you put paint on each circle.
That would be fun.
I think that would be so much fun. Like I want to do it. Okay, we'll just establish this now. I'm Mormon and I'm the family home and evening coordinator. And I want to do that so bad for an activity.
That would be so fun.
I think that some people would not like it very much, but I think it would be so much fun.
That would be
just,
way
you know,
fun.
go out there and be like, "Okay, right hand red. Oh, look, it's in red paint now." You know?
Yeah. That would be way fun. I approve.
So there are just a lot of things that you can't go wrong with, like flower bombs, where you get pantyhose and flour and you cut it up, make it into like little bombs.
Yeah, and
You know, cut it up, tie it into little sections, throw them at people. It's fun.
well, I'm just saying, I think that there's lots of fun things that you can do for dates. So if you can't think of anything,
Come to us.
come to us. We will have lots
Ask
of
us on our
suggestions.
Facebook page. Shamelessly advertising once more.
www.
www.facebook.com/The Love Shack with Felix and the Dicer.
Straight through.
Yep.
Yep. So I don't know. And I think another thing is cost of dates and how much is too much.
I feel like a lot of guys almost feel pressured by that because I know with some guys they're like, oh, the more expensive it is, the better the date. But I almost feel the opposite. I feel awkward when guys spend so much money on me. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. Let's just go out and play basketball or something, you know?
Something cheap.
Because especially as starving college students, you know, we can't really afford to spend so much money on dates.
See, but I think that some of the best dates I know that both of us have been on have been like the more creative ones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The creative ones that don't cost that much money.
Yeah, well, it's because it's not things that you can do every day. Like, you can always go to dinner and a movie whenever.
Exactly.
But how often do you get to go
on the rooftop and watch a movie?
Yeah.
Or go and play Paint Twister.
Okay, seriously, though. I want to do that so bad.
That would be way fun. See, so there's some...
Really, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people think way too hard about dates. Mm-hmm. They overthink things, overanalyze, whatever. And so it just, gets rid of all the fun.
I think so.
So, you need any dating ideas? Come to us.
Come to our Facebook page, and we'll give you suggestions.
Absolutely.
Anyways, well, that's the end of this segment. So we're going to start this next.
With I Got You.
Music. Yeah, with I Got You by Train.
It's one of my favorite songs by them. It's a good one. You guys will like it, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, here you go.
Wanna hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
That was Swing Swing by the All American Rejects.
I like them.
I do too. They're actually coming to Utah for a concert. I think it's October 22nd.
With Boys Like Girls.
Yep, in Orem. And I'm so excited. I need to go.
I want to go way bad.
That's like my middle school years right there in one concert. I loved those two bands so much.
They're great. I love them both.
They're great. Well,
speaking of boys.
Yeah, exactly. Nice segue.
I know. Is chivalry dead? That's our next topic that we're going to be talking about. So,
first off, we're going to do the classic church talk here. And you know how people always get up and be like,
definition.
So, in the Bible dictionary, it says that the definition of faith is, well, so on dictionary.com, it says that chivalry is. I'm not going to do that voice. I just had to mock a little bit. So anyway, according to dictionary.com, the definition of chivalry, it's the sum of ideal qualifications of a knight, including courtesy, generosity, valor, and dexterity in arms. And another definition is gallant or gallant. There were two ways to pronounce that. I found out.
Are there?
I found that out. According to dictionary.com, there is.
Okay, then.
Okay. Anyways, gallant warriors or gentlemen. And so that kind of makes sense, though, with the whole knights thing, because...
Knight in shining armor.
Yep, exactly. And every girl wants her knight in shining armor. So,
do they
boys,
exist?
I kind of think that chivalry is dead. I'm not going to lie. But maybe you should go on, because I have some stories that I'm going to use to back this up. You can tell what you have.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So I think it's partially dead, personally. I think that in general, I don't know. In general, it's dead. A lot of it. I mean, hi, I'm going to open this door for you. I mean, that's still there. I think there's a difference between chivalry and just complete politeness, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's, like, the opening the door for any woman, like, for car doors. That one's huge. Like, chivalry. That's like, oh, my gosh. You know what I mean? Or, can I walk you home? It's dark outside. Can I walk you home to make sure that you are safe? Or... like, can I carry your books for you? I don't know, but just like, you don't hear stuff like that anymore. You know what I mean? There's some chivalry. I mean, there's politeness, like, oh, I'm going to open the door for you. I mean, I do that. Does that mean I'm a gentleman? I don't think so. Better not be a gentleman.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
but it's rare. There are the select guys who are, very, very chivalrous, but I feel like it's rare that you find a guy that's way chivalrous.
And unfortunately, I do agree, because, over the summer, I would go back to church, and I would be in the young women's lesson with my mom, because I didn't want to go to Relief Society by myself, and I didn't want to go to the singles ward. So I went to the home ward and to young women's with my mom, who's in it, and they have a big thing where they talk about marriage, and it's a huge thing for the girls. They love it because, what girl doesn't love, like, the thought about getting married? And they even bring in a cake, like a legitimate cake, wedding cake, like from Costco and everything, you know, and it's super great. But we had a table that was set up with all these wedding pictures on it of the leaders, and then the cake that was on it. And naturally, after the lesson is done, all these guys come flocking in, you know, like, I want cake. And my mom was like, you can only have cake if you put away this table. And none of the guys would do it. Like, my mom was like, will any of you guys take the table? And no one volunteered. And my mom was like, if you guys don't do it, I'm going to make the dicer do it. And I got mad. I was like, okay, honestly, I don't really care if I have to do this any other time, but I am wearing a dress, for Pete's sake. You know, like, you do not make a woman in a dress do anything. And finally, one guy volunteered to do it, and I was like, thank you. The rest of you boys learn, take notes. You know, it was ridiculous. And it's not even ridiculous. That there was one kid who was probably like 13, 14. The other kid was 17. Another kid was 16. Another was 15. You know, and I was like, you guys should know better. Like, I know you were raised better. So why aren't you doing this? So that's why I think it's dead. But in another sense, like, over the summer again, I kind of dated this guy. And he would not even let me drive to his house. He was like, if I can help it, I'm going to pick you up from your house. And we can go back to my house. I don't care. You're just not driving. And I was like, oh, well, that's nice, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, there are the random kids who will open the doors, but then again, you don't know if it's chivalry or if they're just trying to be polite, you know? So, I don't know. It could be dead, but
I think it depends. There are some, you know what I mean? There are some guys who are extremely chivalrous, you know what I mean? Who, like you said, like, oh, I'm going to come and pick you up, and, you know, extremely so. I'm not saying that it's completely dead, but I do think that it is definitely, if not, it is a dying breed. Is that a good way to put it? It is a dying breed.
And I think it's important for guys to keep doing.
I think
because I think it's adorable when I see, like, old guys with, like, their wives and they're opening doors for them. I just think old couples are the cutest.
I know. And think of it, if chivalry dies, what are, like, our grandkids gonna think?
Oh, that's so cute how they text each other.
Is that how it works?
From across the room. But
I don't know. I just think that chivalry is so cute.
I do too.
And I think any woman would agree that that is something that is very attractive. And I think the biggest part is it makes us feel like the woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since, you know, not as many guys, and I'm not saying that all guys aren't way chivalrous, but I'm saying that, like I said, it is a dying breed. And there are some of those guys who are, yes, I'll open the door for you. You know, but it's not as, the bar isn't as high as it used to be, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know. But I would like to just give a quick shout out to all the guys who are chivalrous right now. No
kidding.
Like, it really does mean a lot. I know sometimes I forget to thank guys, you know, like, after they open a door for me. But it does mean a lot.
It does. You know, and we do notice.
All the time.
It's awesome.
So, here's to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to start playing some songs now. The next one is going to be Me and Julio, Down by the Schoolyard by Paul Simon. And it's such a fun song. You might recognize it from The Muppets.
I love it.
It was one of the, I think it was the beginning song, like when they're showing Walter with Gary and they're like shooting each other with water guns. Anyway, so here this is. Be sure to call into the cage, 435-283-7007. It's also going to be your last chance to vote for the top breakup song of the week. Sorry. And that's Stronger versus Forget You. Thank you. I had like a total, I just forgot. Anyway, so here you go. Me and Julio, Down by the Schoolyard. All right, well, that was Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar, and I feel like that was a good closing song, you know?
I think so. It makes me happy.
I know, right?
I didn't know that one very well, actually. That one's one that it's kind of new for me.
It's a good one. I love that one. It's so much fun. I feel like all the songs I play on Rock Band, so I'm like, it's so much fun to play on Rock Band.
And who are you usually on Rock Band? Dicer.
Sorry, what was that?
Who do you usually, what one are you on Rock Band?
I'm usually the singer.
Really?
Or I play the guitar a lot because my brothers love playing the drums.
I could see that.
Yeah. And so they're like, Amy, or the dice are, crap, we were doing so well.
Good today.
We have 10 minutes left, and I had to go blow it.
Dicer.
So anyway, they're like, the dicer, you're good at singing, and you can harmonize really well. And I'm like, well, thank you. I don't want to sing, though.
See, whenever I play Rock Band, they always gave me the singing one just because I suck so much at all the others. And I feel like the singing is the easiest one. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely the easiest.
Exactly. So everyone always just makes me be the singer, even though, I'm probably way better at everything else. We've decided something, by the way. I am an awesome rock star. We were sitting here trying to do interpretive dance videos, and
we're trying to upload them on Facebook. That's why I kind of like spaced what Felix said to me, because I'm trying to upload the second one of me interpretive dancing, but it's not working.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. You should get on our Facebook page and like it. The Love Shack with Felix and the Dicer. That's us. So look us up, like our page, and you should look at these videos. They're pretty great. Don't look at mine. Look at the Dicers.
Look at Felix's.
Look at the Dicers. It's way better. We're uploading it right now as we speak, at least trying to. And it's great. I mean, she looks like a spaghetti or like a string bean or something like that with her interpretive dancing.
I feel weird when you say that. I'm like, yes, I do look
well, she's
like
just like,
spaghetti.
I'd show you, but this is the radio, so I can't mock her or anything.
Seriously, just go to our Facebook page and like it. It would make us happy campers. And we'll stop being...
Like us.
We'll stop being annoying over the air and over Facebook. I know some of my friends are probably like, stop posting this weekly. The Dicer were so sick of seeing the same thing over and over. So I made them a deal today. I was like, hey, if we get 100 likes, then I'll stop bugging you weekly. I'll do like every other week or something instead. Because I still want likes,
I know, but...
But even after I posted that, I got 3 new likes on the page.
You're awesome.
I am awesome.
We just need people to like us.
That's all we ask. We just want to be loved in return, and we'll love in return, whatever.
Yeah, well, seriously, we will, if you like our Facebook page, and if you have any questions or any suggestions for our show, or, then let us know, and we will respond.
Take it into consideration.
We will take it in consideration, yes.
Because I'm not going to promise that we're going to go over everything that everyone asks. But even if we don't, we'll at least give you a Facebook message or something and be like, here's what we think.
Yeah, we will respond no matter what. And if we don't respond...
Then we're lame.
And we will respond, but I'm just saying, like, some stuff we might address over the air. You don't know. So, just...
Yeah, stay tuned. Also, since this was all about homecoming week, I feel like it's appropriate to end on just going throughout the week and reminding you what's going on. Okay, tomorrow, it's Waffle Wednesday. Apparently, it's waffle cones and ice cream at the plaza. Hey, I don't know. I'm just going with that. But anyway, at the plaza from 10 to 2. Okay, so if you want free ice cream and waffle cones, go to the plaza tomorrow. And then the next day, we have Powder Puff football at 6 at the football field, along with the movie on the lawn at 7:30.
Do you know what movie they're playing?
I don't. It just says it on the campus calendar. I have it right in front of me.
Oh, great.
I wish I knew. I'm sorry. It will probably
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be something great that you can cuddle to.
What was that acronym?
Cuddling up, doing dirty, little, inappropriate, naughty gestures. I did that all off the top of my head.
Well done.
Okay, then on Friday, I heard that there's going to be an improv show. It's LTI's first show, and LTI's Let Them Improv. They're really funny. I saw them last year, and they were good. This year, they have a whole new team, so go and support them. It will be in the music building, but I'm not sure of the time. I would guess 7 or 8.
Just
or maybe 7:30.
Like, once your classes are done. And just stake out.
And I'm sure they'll be advertising it like crazy. So
that'll be good. Just keep your ears open.
And then Saturday, of course, we have homecoming. So it's the 5K run, the parade, the tailgating party, the football game, the dance.
Exactly.
So it's a big day. Anyway, I feel like that's all we really have to say.
Well,
So,
last thing that we will end on is, like we said multiple times tonight, if you weren't listening before, it is homecoming week, and it's Saturday. This
Right.
Saturday. That's 4 days. You have 4 days, if you do not have a date yet, to get a date.
now. Tonight
Now.
is the perfect
Tonight.
night.
Ask someone to homecoming tonight. I dare you all who don't have dates. Do it. All these lovely women want to go. And like we said earlier, the ratio here at Snow College,
It's in your favor.
it's in your favor. So most likely they haven't been asked yet. Not because they're not lovely, beautiful women, but because there's no guys.
Yeah.
So ask girls, guys. Just please ask us. That's my last 2 cents.
Okay, before we sign off, we'll wrap it up with telling you what was the top breakup song of the week, because I know you were all dying.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
drum roll. Forget You by CeeLo Green. And guess what? We both voted for it this week.
I know that's the first time in a long time.
Yeah, because even last semester when we did it, like, there were a lot of weeks we were split. This is the first week in a long time we voted together.
I know.
I'm proud of us.
Well done.
That was us high-fiving.
It was great.
Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday night. I hope your week is going well. Hope you guys have fun at homecoming.
Happy homecoming, guys.
Happy homecoming indeed. All right, here you go. The Love Shack by the B-52s. I can't even say their names. B-52s.
Well done.